Hi there, YouTubers. It's Jason with the John Deere 265. Last video I put a drive belt on, so if you're looking to do that at some point, take a look at that video. Put the drive belt on, went to start the tractor wouldn't start. Key switch would turn on, and there was no starting. So, but I did get I've got a strong battery, so when I turn the key on, my lights come on and so forth. Could be for a variety of reasons. One of them being the PTO switch. When it threw that drive belt, it may have, wrecked a wire or something. So could be something like the PTO switch is bad, where it won't allow it to start because PTO, it thinks the PTO is engaged, although it's not. One of the ways around that to check and make sure it's not the starter itself or the solenoid is to jump the wire, jump the solenoid. So that's what I'm going to show you today on the John Deere 265s, 285s. This is kind of what the starter looks like. You've got your main wires here. Underneath, you can barely see it, but there's going to be a third wire that sits right back in here. It's a single wire. What that does is allows the current to flow through the solenoid in order for it to start. It tells the starter to open up and allow it to flow through. I was afraid that maybe it was the solenoid. I wasn't sure. Or it could be the key switch, or it could be a variety of switches. But to test it all out, make sure the starter starts, and let's face it, to get this thing moving, make sure that the drive belt is correct and so forth. I wanted to get it started. So I'm going to show you how to do that. On this particular one, that single wire that I was talking about goes in the starter here. It's just on its own little pole. This is a blue and white wire. That blue and white wire goes to the a module, which I found on the other side. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over here. You're going to turn your key switch to the on position, and that'll power everything up. I bungeed the back, the seat switch there. There's a switch underneath there. I don't know whether that matters or not. It shouldn't, because it should bypass that, but I thought just in case. And over here on this side, what you'll find, I found it inside the, just kind of sitting in there like that. There's a module. This block sits right in there. So it's all typically one piece like this. Pull that cap off. That blue wire runs over to here. You can see it here, and it runs into the top. There's a red wire, red positive ground or positive wire that runs in there. So when you look at it, you're going to want to take a red jumper, which is what I did, was just a short little piece of wire. You're going to want to connect that blue and white wire, which is this top one, to the positive wire, which is this brown one. You're going to want your key switch on. Set the phone down. What you're going to do, you're going to take that and you're going to jump it across, just like so. And there you have it. John Deere started up, and had to choke it, forgot to choke it. So it started up and it ran. It does drive back and forth, so forwards and backwards. That tested out the drive belt as well. I didn't check the PTO switch. Figure I'll do that next. If that kicks on and off, then I know it's a bad ignition switch. So that's that. Hope that helps you out. Thanks.